So a lot of recipes and cookbooks tell you that you need to wash or rinse off your turkey or chicken. Is that safe? Is that something that you should be doing?
It's really common. I don't know where it came from historically, but it seems to be this myth that it's going to do something safety-wise, that you're going to be able to wash off the salmonella or campylobacter that's here. You can't. And in fact, it's worse by putting it into the sink, turning the faucet on. The velocity of that water can spray those pathogens up to a yard away from your sink. So you could be contaminating the rest of your kitchen or any of the other foods that you're going to prepare later.
So when you're washing the turkey or chicken, you're actually increasing the risk that you're going to get your family sick.
Yeah, and you're decreasing the risk by cooking it regardless of whether there's pathogens on the outside of it. So that's the control measure, is to cook it to the right temperature. So if you think that you have to wash your turkey, that you're worried about the grime on the outside, that from a quality standpoint, the best thing to do in that case is to use a paper towel, pat it down, and then throw this paper towel out, because it's going to be contaminated with whatever's on the outside.
Right. But you do not need to even wipe it down, right?
No, you don't need to at all. It's just a perception.
So what's the safest way for us to clean everything up before we do anything else?
Well, we know that there's going to be stuff in this juice. There's going to be bacteria that are here. We assume that it's going to be there. Okay. So we want to make sure that we are doing two things. We're going to clean it all up, and then we're going to sanitize it. And it's two separate steps. Cleaning means we're going to add soap. We're going to take away all the debris that's here, and then afterwards we're going to go ahead and sanitize. So what I like to do with this is use some sort of a dish soap that I'm going to have a scrub brush or something ready to go, and then go ahead and clean up. And then afterwards, use a spray bottle of a sanitizer. And this is just a bleach, 1 tablespoon of bleach in a spray bottle diluted with water to sanitize everything down afterwards.
So what do we need to do with the kitchen shears and other utensils that we were using?
Yeah, so we've got plates, we've got shears, utensils that we need to assume are contaminated at this point. We need to get them into the dishwasher. If we don't have a dishwasher, we get them into the sink and clean and sanitize those as well.
And we need to clean the sink after we've done that, right?
We for sure do, yeah. Cleaning the sink, and then our hands as well. That's one of the things that they're tools that could be contaminated. So we want to make sure that we're washing our hands. That's the last step that we do at the end of this, and making sure we're not contaminating the kitchen any further.
So we've got 2 cutting boards here. Why? Why do we need 2?
Well, really, when we're preparing a meal like this, where it's complex, we got turkey, we've got fruits and vegetables, we're going to do some roasting, we're going to eat some things that are ready to eat, we're going to cut these carrots up and put them in a salad. You want to make sure that you keep everything separate. So any contamination that might go onto one cutting board is contained, and you're not putting those ready-to-eat foods on that cutting board.
So we don't want to cut up the turkey and then use the same cutting board to cut up our carrots.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's as simple as that. Then there are other things that we have to think of. Is, did we use this knife with that turkey? And you know, when we were making our turkey today, we cut it open with some scissors, but some people might use a knife. And you want to make sure anything that's come in contact with that raw meat, cutting board, counter, knife, that it's all washed, clean and sanitized before we use it again.
Is it better to use wooden cutting boards for some things and plastic cutting boards for different things?
Yeah, and there's been some research done on whether one is better when it comes to microbiology. Do these plastic ones harbor bacteria because they get grooves? Is the wood a little more problematic because you can't wash it? And it's the evidence in the literature would show that it's kind of a wash. It doesn't really matter. Both are about the same. I personally prefer to use plastic when it comes to meat, because I don't want to try and wash that in my sink. I want to throw that directly into my dishwasher. And we have a system at our house where it's, the plastic is for meat, and we use our wood ones for fruits and vegetables, and still clean and sanitize the same.
So if we're making a salad, we've got the lettuce here. Do we need to take this out and wash it?
So, I mean, that's a great question. When it comes to something like this is a triple washed bag lettuce that's ready to eat. You can't do anything more in our kitchen here to reduce risk. If we go ahead and wash it, we increase the likelihood that we might be adding some of the pathogens that we just had in our kitchen from the turkey right onto this salad. So it's best to not do anything with it, open it up, and just go ahead and put it in the bowl.